Excuse me, sir. I've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
What? Welcome to the desert. It's a little intense outside today. Not so much hot, just really bright and like intense is the best way to put it. We just picked up the car from Big Duck Club and now Danny's getting ready to hack the quarter panel off. He's gonna hack the trunk area off. Don't mind all the Bondo and stuff like that. That's all coming off. That's just part of the molding process. This is just kind of how it goes. Now we got some cleanup to do. So Danny, cut a hole in it.
Okay. Really?
Nice.
The cuts just didn't quite line up. So there's like this little tiny spot.
You have a long enough Sawzall blade?
No. Alright, so got the car in the garage. Finally sitting back in its home. Just went through, kind of rough cut for the rear overs and doing the tube rear and everything. So none of this is final cut. We just kind of hacked the back off just to get rid of the main chunk so we could sit and start dialing the rest in. Got Chad's car. We'll end up flipping this around so that the back's over here, give us a little more room. And yeah, we'll be putting box tubing across the back like we normally do and just building a tube structure off of that to build bash bars and everything for protection when we hit shit. So that's what we're doing next. We're gonna keep on going. We'll see you guys in a second.
Several days later.
A couple days later, in the garage now, got the car flipped around, getting ready to cut mine up. Danny's over here scraping crap out of his. So this is my shell, and you get to see that's what it's gonna come out like. Getting ready to hack this off and start cleaning up and cutting off the edges. You'll see like the line that we're gonna follow here, and then down here, and we'll make them even side to side. Pretty clean chassis to cut up, but hey, that's what drifting's about, right? There's something I love about taking a grinder to a nice chassis. So I can't wait to see this all tubed out with the body kit on it. They put these plastic heat shields of some sort. Maybe it's not for heat, but to keep everything out of here. Keep anything from coming up? Like insulate the car, because there's all of this right here. It's just, there's nothing behind it.
Yeah.
And then they had, if you look at the other side, they have these.
Which were to like support the panel. It was kind of interesting. These like little uprights here. And it's probably so you don't push on it and then the panel flex is what I'm guessing. There's one there and one there. See, this is what this looked like. So he's taking all that off because we don't need that anymore. We'll weld a piece of metal in there to kind of fill that to help keep from debris like stacking up in here. And adding weight to the car, you'll be surprised how much you can add here of rubber and road grime and crap like that. So, but yeah, ripping these apart. Well, I was gonna cut on my car, but the old trusty Milwaukee took a crap.
No.
Yes, it did.
No.
Chad's over here cutting with the Harbor Freight Special.
That Milwaukee had some slack.
Ground for over 10 years.
I ain't talking crap with Milwaukee.
That's been around for. It's cut up. I don't know how many cars. And it'll work again. And it's just.
It's just the trigger. I don't know. I'll go look at it. What are you doing? What are you doing, Chad? Hey, don't do that. Hey!
I had to take the doors down.
Just Hulk it.
This is how you cut yourself. I think that works. Not important.
You missed the spot.
The whole thing falls off.
It like goes flying somehow.
I totally didn't slip with the grinder right there.
Oh, that's okay. Take a look at my boo-boo.
I had to do the same thing.
We have, do we have matching boo-boos? But got all this stuff out.
Yeah, you got really good.
There's, yeah, all this foam is just nasty. Like, it goes all the way in there. I can't quite get that last bit out, but that's gone. So like Chad said before, we'll put a plate there. And this is what it looked like before.
These are those little stands I was talking about.
Yeah, these
literally, like, I literally think it's because the panel's like 30 feet long. So you don't push on it and it's like taut.
Yep.
I'm guessing.
Hurry up and cut this thing off.
Get in there.
Hey, can you put that back? Excuse me, sir. I've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
What?
It's because it's all white.
And look, I didn't scratch the truck up trying to sell.
It's close to the truck. Nice. Hey, they look the same now.
Never been abused.
Yeah, never been abused. Single owner.
Single owner.
Clean title.
I got a thing in the mail the other day about a recall for an airbag on this car. Like I should bring it over. It's cut. It's cut. We also cut the arches. So Danny got his all cut up. We're cutting where it starts to curve down. That way you can see how much more tire you could fit here now. Same with this one. It's cut the same way. And then we still have to cut this corner here. We'll cut those up tomorrow. It's just getting a little late outside. Even though we're in the middle of desert, it's still, you know, try to be mindful of the neighbors. Unless we're ripping a burnout. Super nice out though. But yeah, those cars are all cut now.
Just keep massaging it in.
Yep. We'll probably get some like door edge trimming and like wrap the edge of this. Or we'll build some extensions that fill the over to help keep everything out of here. Danny's pulling the rear suspension out so we could drop both subframes off at powder coat. Mine's sitting in the car over here. Nate over at Bink Industries Got mine modified for the quick change. It's all ready to go. We're gonna do them silver to match just the bare aluminum front cross member. He's still gonna clean up some of his edges and stuff like that from cutting yesterday. I'm working on cleaning mine up. You can see it's all proportionate now. Anxious to see these with the rear ends built out on him. Back's all buttoned up. At least for now, it's at a good stopping point until we can start building out the rear of the car, which we'll do in a future video. Future video, I don't want to say next video, but future video, because we're waiting on a few parts to do that. Now, Danny's gonna start dropping suspension on these. We gotta pull the fenders off of this one, and we're gonna start hacking up the front.
No, come back, come back.
Excuse me,
You're all filming.
come back with our car parts.
Is that not Amazon?
What a jerk. Back to the cars. So what we're doing up here is we are going to chop these off up here. That way we have less hanging out and less to bend, and we're gonna plate the end of this off, and then we'll build everything off of that. Take these pockets out. We're gonna get rid of some of these other brackets and stuff like that that we're not using anymore. And then we're actually gonna shorten these frame rails. And the reason is the longer this is from where it's bolted up, the more leverage it has and the more likely it is to bend. So we're actually gonna move this face. We're gonna keep it, but we're just gonna move it back further so it doesn't have as much sticking out to bend. So it's probably gonna land roughly around where Danny's hand's at, and then it's closer to where the subframe's actually bolted up. So when we hit the front, it doesn't have as much leverage to bend that, and we can control what's gonna bend out front with the way we design the bash bars.
Key word there was when.
When we crash, because that's gonna definitely happen. Look how cool these cars are though. These things look rad sitting next to each other. I can't wait till this is, a complete car. So just, let's.
Chad, I think you're having too much fun.
I don't know.
No such thing, right?
No.
One, are they both angry?
This one's angry and surprised, and this one's just like, aha.
Aha! Danny's doing his favorite thing.
We know he loves drilling spot welds.
So much fun. Just love this.
Chassis
This all
prep,
day.
isn't it the best? He's got this side all cut out over here. You can see that pocket's gone now. We do this because, can you imagine changing a spark plug on the back cylinder if there's like this wall right here? So, trying to make it easy for future maintenance and repairs and whatever you want to call it. But to get a little more of an idea, this is what it starts to look like when it's all done. This car is ready and prepped. We'll start building out the tube fronts next. To your little face, I was having fun. Got rid of all the posts and everything that's in here. Oh, Denise, what's up? We're done with chassis prep. Thank God.
This part's not fun.
And we're not done with chassis.
I don't know why you said that. We're totally not done.
We're close to done with chassis prep.
We're done with this part.
We're ready to start assembling the tube rear and the tube fronts. Most of the brackets in the car and all the studs, you see all these little spots in here. All these are studs and stuff that used to hold things, but they're mostly all out now. So we're hoping that we can start, we're gonna start building tube rears, tube fronts. We need a few things, so we're gonna be waiting on those once we get our subframe bushings. Those are coming from Garagistic. We're working with them and getting some of the first ones made from them for the E92. That will be FD legal. And I'll be putting those in. And then we are working with Big Duck Club with our body kits. And once we start getting some of that, we can start lining everything up in this front end and start building our bash bars and like our headlight assemblies and stuff like that. So once we get going on the tube rear and the tube front, these cars will start looking a lot more complete really fast. And all the suspension and everything like that is on its way. That's all been ordered. You can see everything over here this isn't everything, but this is the majority of what we cut out of the car today.
A lot of this stuff was just in these pockets.
Yeah.
Next to this guy.
There's brackets
that
up
guy.
here and here. And we shortened the front like we talked about earlier in the video. So we're getting ready to go drop off our subframes at Powder Coat. We have a local powder coater that's been doing all of our stuff. We did everything with the Datsun, so we're going to drop off our subframes. My winter subframe's ready to go. Danny is going with a little bit different route on his diff, but it should be pretty rad, so we're going to get his coated as well. That way when the suspension comes in, we can bolt it all up, make it roll with a whole body on it.
It's going to be pretty crazy to see these cars roll again.
Yeah.
But with the suspension on it that we want, body kits, all the fab work and stuff done, it's going to be pretty wild.
It's going to be crazy just to know that the fab work's done. Because that's like always the most time consuming thing. Doing the wiring, installing the motor, and all that stuff, that's all easy in comparison. Or not easy, but
It's less dirty.
you don't look like this.
Yeah, no, that's not that bad.
It's
either
not
right
that
now.
bad. I washed my
Our
hands
hands
like
are
10
clean.
times today. But yeah, I won't be, having grinding dust in my boogies
Yeah, I
anymore.
got
So,
all kinds of stuff up my nose.
but yeah, we're stoked.
Super stoked.
Yeah, the rest of these videos will be pretty cool. This is what we love working on, so we're excited to get back to driving, and especially these because we like stepped up the last thing we drove just slightly.
Those are the videos we want to make too, is all the driving videos, going to the track, the build stuff. I know some people like to see, and you guys tell us, what do you guys want to see us do with these? And we've got stuff coming on Chad's blue car, my grandpa's RX-7.
Well, you can see the kitchen table right now.
Yeah, some cool stuff happening there. So lots of build content coming soon. So thank you guys for watching these videos. It means a lot to us.
Appreciate it.
Hopefully this is probably part one of maybe 3-part videos on our tube front and rear stuff. So, yep.
And then we'll start diving into the rest of the car.
Yeah.
So we'll do video on mounting all the Big Duck Club stuff as well.
Yep.
There's going to be a lot of really cool stuff about to happen. So, and it's so cool seeing these cars. You can't tell them apart. There's only one thing that you can tell them apart by, and We'll see if you guys figure it out. But
That one.
I mean, we're not talking about missing
That one.
parts or anything like that, but there's one major thing between these two cars that's different. And Danny, turn the camera around. That'll be the end of the video. Peace.
See you guys.